I'm first going to look at you in the impact position because it's the most important. Everything the ball does, how far it goes, how high it goes, how much it spins and curves, is a direct response to the laws of physics in motion at the brief moment of impact. On the left is Tiger hitting an iron. This is video I took at last year's US Open. On the right is Grant Wade hitting a driver. Grant was a PGA Tour player during the 90s and now is one of the top instructors of tour players. Grant's teaching partner is a good friend of mine, Joe Mayo, who lives in Las Vegas. Grant was considered by many as having one of the best and most fundamentally sound golf swings. At impact, they both have the majority of their weight on the left side. In fact, the average pro will have 85 to 90% of their weight on the left side at impact. I've drawn a red block from the center of their ankles to the top of their head, and you can see that the red line off their left foot is passing right through their belt buckle, showing how the center of their mass is right on top of their left foot. They both have extended arms through impact. Their elbows are close together and not separating. Having extended arms and weight forward allows them to control the low point of their arc of their swing. When hitting the iron, this fundamental allows the placement of the low point to be in front of the ball, so that they hit the ball first and then the ground, producing the maximum compression of the golf ball. These fundamentals also allows for the highest level of consistency in controlling the face angle and club path during impact, so that you in turn have the highest level of consistency in hitting. Todd on the left is your swing during the first round of our full swing session when I was just recording the swing. On the right is Grant Wade. I will be looking at your swing with the driver. The purpose of swing analysis is not to change the look of the swing just to make it fit some ideal swing model. The sole purpose is to change the negative ball flight that is impacting your score. Once a ball flight error begins to occur too frequently, you then must identify the part of the player's swing causing the club to be delivered to the ball in the wrong position. During our 18-hole round, you hit 45% of the fairways. You missed the fairway 6 times, and 5 of those were to the right. Step 1 in the on-target game improvement system is to identify the ball flight error to correct. You don't need to hit your best drive better, but you do need to hit your best drive more often. So as I look at your swing, I will be looking for those things that might be a contributing factor to inconsistency. At impact, you do have less than the optimal amount of weight on your left side. Grant has his hips and shoulders beyond the red line. Your position will cause more difficulty in having an outward path to help draw the ball. Your misses to the right were not caused so much that the face was slightly open, but because the path was not always to the right of the face, so the ball would draw back to the target. One of the reasons you come up short in getting enough weight on your left side at impact is because you start with too much weight on your right side in your setup. You also have a severe tilt to the right with your spine and too much reverse shaft lean with the driver. I don't mind the hands being a little behind the ball with the driver because you want to promote an upward attack angle. But your flight scope numbers showed an average of 6 degrees up on the driver. That is way above Grant's numbers or the tour average. And for every degree you swing up on the ball, you create a 1 degree leftward path. I suggest you begin setting up with a more evenly balanced feeling between the feet and a more centered spine angle. You can work on this on your own, but you may need a pair of coach's eyes monitoring this while you work on it. The only other thing I would work on is rebuilding your backswing, so you are swinging around a stable axis off your left side and not around your right side. As I frame advance through your backswing, watch how your left foot comes off the ground. Once you have established a more centered setup and a stable axis move around your left side, your drives will begin to be more consistent and reliable.